one song on the album is called "You and I Are a Gang of Losers," but is that is there some sarcastic meaning in that title, or do you really mean that?
Well, I mean, the question you're really asking at this point is, what does that phrase "gang of losers" mean? And what do we mean by that, calling the album that and going out with this whole sort of campaign of losers? Mm-hmm. And I guess, I mean, in my mind, you know, there shouldn't really be any losers, really. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, you know, we're just sort of referring to that label and how that label feels, mm-hmm. you know, and the task of overcoming it and transcending it. So and making it like taking away the meaning. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's I think it's an uncomfortable subject and an uncomfortable word, and this is an uncomfortable album. So
it is an uncomfortable album, you say?
I would say, yeah. It's uncomfortable at times, sometimes jarring, mm-hmm. but that was intentional. You know, it sounds rough mm-hmm. and almost demo-y, and again, it's just synonymous.
But that was not the idea from the beginning? To make it sound rough?
Well, I mean, we were hoping it would come out sounding raw. Mm-hmm. And we're very happy with the way it turned out. When we took all the steps to get to where it is now. Mm-hmm. And then when we got to the mixing stage, my friend Scott Harding mixed it, and he sometimes took it, and I encouraged him to take it further, mm-hmm. you know. And I suppose we could have gone even more extreme, but we didn't. We just kind of, okay, that's where we're going.
All right. In that song, "I Fell Deep," you sing, "I cry because there's no turning back." But here's my question, no turning back from what?
Well, I suppose, I mean, it's pretty much, for me, it's pretty much there in the song, but it's sort of, because something that's been happening in my life is that, you know, my way of life had changed. Mm-hmm. And I suppose there are certain aspects in my life that I want to keep intact. Mm-hmm. And there's certain aspects in my life that will never come back, you know. And
can you give an example?
Well, it's very personal, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't really want to get into detail, unfortunately, and I apologize. Mm-hmm. But